Welcome back to the second semester BSc Physics class. In this session, we shall discuss about the expression for velocity of a progressive wave in a medium. The expression for velocity of a progressive wave in a medium, here we consider the velocity of sound in air medium. This expression is also known as the Newton's formula for velocity of sound. Newton was the first to deduce an expression to calculate the sound in air. The speed or velocity of sound in air is calculated by Newton. Now, in order to deduce the expression, let us consider a long tube of cross-sectional area A. We assume that air is contained in this tube, in this cylindrical tube. This is kept along the x-axis. Now let us consider a longitudinal wave, which is a sound wave moving along positive x-axis direction with some velocity v. As you are looking into the picture, there are some sections of the air medium which is named as M and N. Afterwards, these sections will be shifted to some other positions at M dash and N dash respectively. We will discuss it later. Now, let us consider two plane sections of the tube M and N be the positions which are separated by a distance delta x before the wave passes. Here the section is at a distance x from the origin O, and the distance between these two sections M and N is delta x. Hence the volume enclosed between the sections M and N can be given by the product of area into distance between the two sections, that is A into delta x. As the wave passes, that is the sound wave passes, since it is a mechanical wave, it will create some disturbance in the air medium and it exerts some pressure on the sections in the air, since the particles of the air medium oscillate and the wave propagates. So therefore, as the wave passes, M and N displaces to some positions M dash and N dash respectively. Now, the displacement of the section M be MM dash, that is equal to y. Again, the displacement of the section N be N dash, which can be given by y plus dy by dx into delta x, where dy by dx measures the rate of change of displacement with respect to the distance along x-axis. The increase in distance between the two sections, that is M dash, N dash. So these are the new positions of the sections M and N. The distance between these two sections M dash, N dash is equal to y plus dy by dx into delta x minus y. The increase in volume of the medium between M and N can be given by dy by dx into delta x into A. Therefore, there will be a volumetric strain due to the stress produced by the propagation of sound energy. This volumetric strain can be given by the ratio of change in volume divided by original volume, that can be given by dy by dx into delta x into A divided by delta x into A, that is equal to dy by dx. So here delta x into A cancels in the numerator as well as in the denominator. Let this be equation number 1. Now, if E is the volume elasticity, which is also known as the bulk elasticity of the gas, and P is the excess pressure at section M, now which is at a position M dash, this can be given as E is equal to the ratio of volume stress by volume strain. The volume stress is minus P divided by volume strain is dy by dx. So minus sign or the negative sign indicates there is a decrease in the pressure as the volume of the sections increases. This implies pressure P is equal to minus E into dy by dx. Let this equation be numbered as 2. If dP by dx is the pressure gradient, that is the rate of change of pressure with respect to distance along x-axis, excess pressure at N, now at N dash, is equal to P plus dP by dx into delta x. Substituting the value of P in the above equation 3, we get P plus d by dx into minus E into dy by dx into delta x. This gives us P minus E into d square y by dx square into delta x, which is equation number 4. The resultant pressure on the slice or the section of a gas between M dash and N dash is equal to P minus E into d square y by dx square into delta x minus P, that is equal to minus E into d square y by dx square into delta x, which is our equation number 5. Next we shall consider the force acting on the slice of a gas is given by F is equal to product of pressure and area. Since pressure is defined as the force per area, force F is equal to product of pressure and area. Substituting, we get F is equal to minus E into d square y by dx square into delta x into A if rho be the density of the gas, M be the mass of the slice of the gas between M dash and N dash, A be the acceleration due to gravity, therefore the force on the element can be given by the Newton's second law of motion, F is equal to ma. Substituting for the equation, we get F is equal to rho into delta x into A, which gives the mass, because it is the product of density into volume, where rho is the density and the product delta x into A is the volume. Therefore the product of density into area gives the mass into acceleration is minus dy by dt square. It should be d square y by dt square. From equation number 6 and 7, comparing the equation 6 and 7, we get this equation: rho into delta x into A into minus d square y by dt square is equal to minus E into d square y by dx square into delta x into A. The terms delta x and a cancels on both sides. This will give us d square y by dt square is equal to E by rho. We know that the general differential equation of a wave motion is d square y by dt square is equal to v square into d square y by dx square. Therefore, comparing this equation number 9 with the earlier equation number 8, we get v square is equal to E by rho. That can be written as v is equal to square root of E by rho. The equation number 10 is the velocity of the progressive wave or longitudinal wave in a medium. Here the medium may be air or gas. This equation is also known as Newton's formula for velocity of sound.